Can sound really be a source of profound healing, something more than just background noise or a song you like?
It's a great question.
That's what we're really diving into today, exploring this album, Golden Hymns, Healing Through Sound, Spirit, and Solfeggio.
Yeah, and it's quite something. Created by TATANKA's Audio project.
Right, their audio artificial intelligence initiative. So our goal here, our mission for this deep dive, is to figure out how this isn't just music.
Exactly. It's presented as a sonic journey, really crafted for emotional recovery, finding that inner quiet place.
An inner sanctuary.
Yep,
They
yep.
talk about transmitting empathy,
Yeah.
light, even a sense of belonging, which sounds like a tall order for an album.
It really does, but the sources we looked at, they detail this whole 15-track experience, and it's this blend of, well, neuroscience, poetry, nature sounds.
And there's a pretty powerful story about its actual impact, too.
Yes, definitely. We'll get into that.
Okay, so let's unpack this. How does an album actually become vibrational medicine and emotional ministry? Where do we even start?
Well, what's really fascinating, I think, is how they fuse these like ancient ideas with very modern tech. It's not just layered on top either.
Right.
It's calibrated. The insight isn't just that they blend them, but how. They seem to navigate this tension, between the precision of AI and the more intuitive ancient sound practices.
So AI enhancing the old ways, not replacing them.
Precisely. That's where the ministry part maybe comes in. At its core, Golden Hymns uses something called binaural beats. It's a therapeutic audio method.
Binaural beats, right. I've heard of those. Isn't that where you get slightly different frequencies in each ear?
Exactly. And your brain perceives this third rhythmic beat. It's not actually there in the sound. Your brain creates it.
Okay, that's interesting. The sources say these tones are felt more than heard. What does that mean for how you listen? Does it engage you differently?
It does. And specifically, this album uses a consistent 6 hertz theta wave entrainment across all tracks.
6 hertz theta? Why that specific frequency? What's the goal there compared to other therapeutic audio?
Good question. Theta waves are associated with deep calm, meditation, REM sleep, but also with enhanced neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt.
Right. So that 6 hertz frequency aims to put you in this highly receptive mental state, almost like a waking dream, where your brain is more open to forming new positive neural pathways. That's key for emotional recovery.
And you need headphones for this.
Yes, definitely. That difference between the ins is crucial for the effect.
Okay. So beyond the binaural beats, there's also the solfeggio scale involved.
Yeah.
You mentioned these frequencies are believed to be sacred healing.
That's the tradition, yes. These frequencies come from, well, some say ancient Gregorian chants, and they're believed to resonate with specific aspects of our being.
Can you give us an example, like 528 hertz, the love frequency? What's the deeper significance there?
Right, 528 hertz, it's probably the most famous one, popularly linked to love and compassion, sure, but the claims go deeper, things like DNA repair, cellular transformation.
Wow. How does the album use it?
In tracks like Diamond Heart and Sacred Scent, the idea is to use 528 hertz to help with stress relief, yes, but also aiming for a kind of profound emotional shift, like a gentle retuning.
Interesting. And then there's 432 hertz, the earth resonance.
Yeah, 432 hertz is about grounding, clarity, getting back in tune with natural balance, like the Earth's own resonance.
How does that show up?
Well, in Tender and True, it's used very intentionally to validate neurodivergent experiences. The feeling is gentle reassurance, like the music is saying, you don't need fixing, not restraint. It's powerful.
That is powerful.
You also hear it in Mystery is My Home. It provides this grounding feeling.
And what about heavier stuff? Guilt, fear.
For that, they use 396 hertz. Its purpose is aimed at releasing guilt and fear. For trauma release, emotional cleansing.
How does that work in a track?
Well, take Cloak of Light. The use of 396 hertz there is intended to help you confront feelings like shame or repression. Let them surface, instead of staying buried. And Grief is a Right uses it for empowerment, affirming the listener's right to feel their pain. So you see, it's not random.
No, it sounds incredibly specific. Each frequency chosen for the track's theme.
Exactly. And it's this subtle interaction with the nervous system,
Yeah.
offering a non-invasive way towards healing. Sound becoming sanctuary.
Okay, so we have the frequencies, the binaural beats,
Mm-hmm.
but the lyrics are also a huge part of this, aren't they? They're described as standalone poems.
Absolutely huge. And that description is spot on. They avoid cliches. They embrace vulnerable truths.
How so? What makes them different?
They act like companions or mirrors. They validate the listener's pain, not as something wrong, not pathology, but as, well, as a sacred, worthy reality. That phrasing really struck me.
Instead of telling you how to feel, they reflect what you might be feeling.
Precisely. Look at grocery store sanctity. That title alone.
Right. It reframes self-love as something really raw and internal. That line, "You are enough in quiet and roar," even crying in a grocery store.
Hits hard, doesn't it? It acknowledges the messy reality of just being human.
Yeah. Or multitudes asking, "When will my weakness be enough?" That flips the script on always needing to be strong.
And there are others too. The door that wasn't ready, about heartbreak, feeling safe emotionally, maskless, about shedding those societal masks we all wear, a soft place to hurt, that longing for someone safe to be with when you're in pain. And grief is a right grace. That one critiques societal pressures, especially on mothers, saying it's okay, it's necessary to grieve.
It really sounds like, as you said, the lyrics don't preach, they bear witness.
And that's exactly it. They create this space.
And that space, that sense of sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's not just the words or the frequencies, is it? Nature seems woven in very deeply, too.
Oh, absolutely. The soundscape is crucial. They use these rich, layered field recordings. It's like an ambient sonic ecosystem running underneath.
There's a continuous backdrop called sacred nature at dusk.
Yes. Sounds of forests, wind, water, soft chimes, maybe rain approaching. It's very immersive.
And that's not just for atmosphere, right? There's a psychological reason.
Definitely. Those kinds of natural sounds often trigger our parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. It can help lower cortisol, the stress hormone, maybe improve sleep, regulate mood. Symbolically, it's also about grounding you in what they call an ancestral environment, like returning to a safe spiritual nest. Nature becomes a kind of subtle co-therapist.
Whispering, "You belong here."
Exactly. It ties into the bigger message. The earth is sacred, and healing happens when we reconnect with her rhythms. All life is honored. The last track really emphasizes that ecological connection.
Okay, this brings us to the real-world impact. The story of 𝗧𝗎. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, 𝗧𝗎's story is quite powerful. They identify as stateless, gender fluid, and described feeling this constant internal static, unheard even while doing important work supporting displaced trans youth.
That sounds incredibly isolating.
It does. 𝗧𝗎 said they'd never heard music that didn't ask them to disappear somehow.
Wow.
Then someone gave them headphones and played Mystery Is My Home.
Which uses that 432 hertz earth resonance frequency we talked about.
Right. And combined with the lyrics, which implicitly touch on things like sensory overwhelm, 𝗧𝗎 described it as feeling like their brain being gently unraveled and rewoven.
Unraveled and rewoven. That's intense.
It led to this moment of profound recognition, release. Like the music knew their specific experiences, validating the overwhelm, the shame they carried.
That specificity is key, isn't it? It wasn't just generally calming. It felt personal.
Exactly. The blend of frequency, lyrics, and the natural soundscape just resonated perfectly with their inner world.
And the story didn't end there. 𝗧𝗎 actually collaborated afterwards.
Yes, which is amazing. They co-created with Orchestra Americana.
Okay, who are they? A borderless collective of humans and AI. What does that mean in practice?
It means they're focused on presence and restoration, not just performance. The AI isn't about replacing people, it's about augmenting possibilities. It allows them to integrate diverse sounds like 𝗧𝗎's humming, which they recorded under a tree in the Andes, into their work in complex ways.
So 𝗧𝗎's actual voice, their humming, became part of a new project, and they were credited.
Yes, embedded and credited. It really speaks to what 𝗧𝗎 felt, that belonging often starts with resonance, not just identity labels.
Resonance.
When sound is used as sanctuary, not spectacle, it can hold what the world often drops. And this collective aims to amplify marginalized voices, like 𝗧𝗎's, using both human connection and technology, helping people vibrate at their true frequency, you could say.
So bringing it all back.
Yeah.
The ancient wisdom, solfeggio, nature, combined with the modern tech, AI, binaural beats, Golden Hymns really aims to be this sacred technology for the soul.
I think that sums it up well. It's this offering: stillness, story, sound, all tuned, theoretically, to help us become whole. It's a really compelling example of sound moving beyond entertainment into genuine therapeutic potential.
So wrapping up our deep dive today, we've seen how Golden Hymns attempts to create this unique sonic framework for healing. It's weaving together neuroscience, really heartfelt poetry, and the grounding power of nature sounds.
Addressing deep emotional needs in a very multi-layered way.
And hopefully, exploring this gives you, our listener, a clearer sense of how powerful sound can be for your own well-being. Maybe thinking about how you already use it or how you might find your own inner sanctuary in this, let's face it, often very noisy world.
And perhaps it leaves us with a question to consider. If real healing starts with presence, truly being present, and if music like this can be a pathway to that presence, what subtle, maybe unheard frequencies in your own life are just waiting to be tuned into?
Something to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.